Hello everyone, Larry Robertson here. In this video we're going to take a look and see how we can embed YouTube videos and playlists using the responsive Iframe Watchdog. So let's go right to it. I'm logged into WordPress as an editor. So let me click on post. Let's add a new post. We want to go to the visual tab, and right here is the iframe, actually the responsive iframe watchdog embedder. So I've pre-selected some videos here that we're going to use to test with. First we're going to test a single video embed, and here's one right here. So let me copy the URL to this YouTube video. By the way, this is my dog Chloe. She is the responsive iframe watchdog. So now that that's copied to the clipboard, I click on her, open up YouTube, and paste the URL into here. Down at the bottom here is a preview so you can see what the shortcode that's going to be generated is. If I expand by clicking on that link to see the optional settings, I can see all the other settings associated with YouTube. And each one of these Vimeo, Brightcode, Dailymotion, and Custom, they have their own set of different parameters that are associated with the type that you're trying to embed. But we're talking about YouTube in this video. So just for demonstration, let's give it a border, a thick or large border. Let's make it red. Okay, autoplay is automatically set to off, and I'd like to keep it that way. You can change it to on or off, and it will affect the embed code at the bottom. If we watch the embed code down here at the bottom area and look for changes when I change this, if I turn it on, you'll see that autoplay equals 1 showed up down there, and I can turn it back off. So the preview is real time. Whenever you make a change at the top, it'll show up in the preview. Alright, the next one is allow full screen, and it is set to on by default. Show title, playlist drop down, and social media sharing is on by default. Show related videos is off by default, and that is when the video reaches the end. Will it just stop playing, or will it move on to another video that's related to it? And some people don't like that functionality, and I'm one of them, so I defaulted it to off. Show annotations. If a video has YouTube annotations within it, like little pop-up text messages or something like that, by default this is on, and you'll see those. But if you want to disable them because they're irritating or something like that, you can always turn them off as well, and it has its own drop down to turn it on and off. Aspect ratio, you have two choices: 16:9, which is HD, or 4:3, which is SD, and that will change your the perspective of the aspect ratio of the embed itself. Video quality, although YouTube has documented it as having these 5 possibilities, I don't see any effect. I think they might have disabled that because of hard drive space usage or something like that, because they have to have a separate encoded copy of each video, and I don't think they want to have 5 copies of each video. But for whatever reason, that's their business. That has nothing to do with this application. And the last 2 parameters are start and end. If you want to set the video to start 10 seconds in and end 20 seconds in, you can do that. You just enter the number of seconds in each one of these boxes. Okay, that covers all the optional parameters. For now, I'm going to leave them all at default. And we're going to go ahead and insert the short code, which we can see shows up in the editor here. Now let's preview the results of it. And here are the results. There's our red border. Here's our share. We can share to Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. We can also say make a marker on it to watch it later. Let's take a look at the resizing, the responsiveness when it's resized, and it's very responsive all the way down to the minimum setting that YouTube stops it from shrinking. And this will look great on your iPhone in portrait mode or your Android in portrait mode. So that's a single video. Let's move on to a playlist. Let me delete what we've got there. And let's move on to a playlist here. Here's a playlist. I'm going to copy its URL to the clipboard. And if I repaste this into the URL section, open up the optional parameters and select aspect ratio of 4:3. Now insert the code and let's preview it now. There we go. And now we're in a 4:3 aspect ratio, and I can go ahead and play it. Hello everybody, this is Larry Robertson. I wanted to go over the very first step that I went through in order to design the
it is responsive still
of the BMW project.
as we can see,
the Raspberry Pi.
and it retains this 4:3 aspect ratio.
It all started when I downloaded an application called Express PCB
So
on the internet, which is free,
that's it.
and it comes with 2 applications.
All right. So now the next one, let's take an actual 4:3 with black borders from YouTube. We're going to look at Billy Ocean's There'll Be Sad Songs. So let me copy that URL to the clipboard. Delete what we got here. This is a single video, it's not a playlist. So we'll paste that one in there. And again, we'll change the aspect ratio to 4:3 and insert the code and preview it. And there it is. It may look like it's not responsive, but that's just the opening frame was in 16:9. So you see how it's stretched horizontally? That is either Vivo's fault or YouTube's fault. See, if we start playing the video, you can clearly see that it is 4:3. Pause that so I kill the audio. And again, it's completely responsive. So, that covers about all the scenarios I wanted to go through with this. You can play around with all the settings as you please. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.